What's happening, folks? Back with another reaction, as well as a very vocal Luca. Are you coming up? I think she's coming up. And yes, we're back for the final cover on the Vapids cover album for Teenage Head, which is appropriately called Teenage Head. Thank you again to Yvonne for sharing this, and we'll be on to Teenage Head proper after we finish this one. But yes, the last track on this cover album is Top Down. It's a phrase I feel like you could take a couple different ways. It makes me think of a convertible car as the top up or as the top down, and there are different moods or attitudes associated with those two different configurations. It also makes me think of just the phrase top down as in starting with the top of something or someone and then processing it or analyzing it from the top down. Of course, in music, from the top, or indeed from creative endeavors, including like acting scenes and so on, if you say from the top, you're saying, wait, start over again and do it from the beginning. So top down could be in relation to going through a concept, going through an album or a song from the top down. So I feel like it could go some different ways. And again, if this is a cover album, it's not the Vapids who have come up with this concept or phrase, but in fact Teenage Head. So I'll see what I can catch on a first listen. This is Teenage Head, or rather this is the Vapids and their cover of Teenage Head, and the track is Top Down. As with so many punk songs, especially punk back in the classic era, late 70s, early 80s, it is very short. I do believe we're talking about a top-down convertible Cadillac and riding around and knowing that everyone's going to be seeing you because you're out in the open that way. The line "no sun," I'm wondering whether, it's not about putting the top down and sort of feeling the sun and the wind on your face, but more about making a show of what you're doing, riding around someone's town and, maybe even causing a bit of a ruckus. But yeah, it talks about wanting to have fun, so I don't think it's too mischievous. I think it's just more like, let's play some good music, put the top down, and who cares if we get some looks and stares as we, go through this town. Luca, you are ridiculous. But yeah, it's got that classic, like, early 80s punk rock sound. At the same time, as I keep saying as I've gone through this album, you can tell it's like recorded in more modern times, it just has a crisper sound. Some of that guitar work actually reminds me of like vintage rock and roll, like 50s and 60s rock and roll. So it has a bit of an old-time flavor, even just beyond paying homage to a punk group from, 20 years earlier or so on. So yeah, I enjoyed this album a great deal. It's the best of both worlds. It's the sound quality and, let's say, production technique of post-2000 recording and music, but with the attitude and ethos of those early 80s punk bands that I've mentioned before, including in this deep dive that Some of my very favorite punk rock material of all time is early 80s stuff from, again, the Dead Kennedys, Bad Religion, and some of the bands that I learned in my very earliest stages of going through punk rock. So, again, big shout out to all of them, as well as, I guess, the Social Distortion, who I didn't really know all that well until recently, and then Paulie sent me some Social Distortion records, and I've been going through a couple of them. So, yeah, good stuff. Enjoyed the journey. As I said, Teenage Head proper comes next, and Luca will probably still be staring at me from this comfortable spot of hers by the time we start that. Once more, big shout out to Yvonne, who also has shared a wealth of music with me, a lot of which I haven't even touched yet, but I will get through all of it, so we'll keep having fun on the channel. Do let me know what you think of this tune and this cover. I'm curious to hear Teenage Head and to hear, how sonically similar the Vapids cover songs have been, or, how what's the right word? How faithful to the Teenage Head originals they are. So we'll have to see as I go through Teenage Head proper. Do let me know what you think of this one, and Luca and I will see you next time. Peace.